Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
Hope on the horizon?
The models do show that we are very close to the peak.
As the rate of new coronavirus cases and hospitalizations appears to stabilize, the White House responds to evidence that top officials ignored repeated warnings at a high cost.
If you had a process that was ongoing and you started mitigation earlier, you could have saved lives.
Now at noon, a closer look at the local impact as the website to file for unemployment crashes.
Got a funnel cloud right here in front of me.
Deadly storms leave a path of destruction after ripping through the South.
Pretty devastated right now. Just trying to figure things out.
At least a dozen killed, more than 1 million without power, and thousands forced into crowded shelters, still trying to practice social distancing. And that system now moving north and impacting us here in Metro Detroit. We are experiencing some pretty wicked winds that are moving through, as you can see here in this model. We're under a wind advisory until 8 o'clock, and the wind could gust up to 55 miles per hour. The weather, of course, topping our news here at noon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Evrod Cassimy. We want to give you a live look outside through our Skycam. We are going to get to our continuing coverage of the coronavirus pandemic here in just a moment. But first, these winds have the potential to knock out power for many of us and might impact those of us who are working from home. So let's check in with meteorologist Brandon Rue, who is one of those people working from home, or at least for the front porch, Brandon.
Yeah, we are trying anyway. It is really starting to blow out here. So the wind's picking up as a cold front is coming through, as the skies are trying to break as well. But take a look at these numbers. We were in the 50s this morning, now in the 40s. The winds are blowing consistently or sustained 20 to 30 or 35 miles an hour. These are current gusts. 40 in Flint, 40-mile-an-hour gust at city and metro airports, and Mount Clemens. So hold on to your hats. Watch those garbage cans. Our wind advisory has already begun, goes all the way until 8 p.m. Temperatures will continue to drop off, and you can take about 10 degrees off of these upper 30s to low 40s because there is a wind chill out here. And yes, as Evrod mentioned, a lot of these 40 to 50 mile an hour gusts. The, again, wind advisory goes through 8 p.m. for those 40 to 50 mile an hour gusts. We have issues of lakeshore flooding over by Harson's Island, parts of Lake Huron. And also we're looking at power outage potential, weakened tree limbs, and these winds creating that possibility for downed power lines, Evrod. It could be a nasty, windy afternoon.
Brandon, thank you. We now know that at least 16 people were killed after those tornadoes started ripping through the South on Easter, and they destroyed homes and storefronts and left more than 1 million people without power. In Mississippi, a series of strong storms ripped through the state, leaving behind a path of destruction in several counties. And then in Texas, a complex of severe thunderstorms produced at least 2 confirmed tornadoes. And we also want to show you some video from Monroe, Louisiana, there on the left side of your screen, an area and a state that was hit pretty hard by the wicked weather. That's where we find our Morgan Chesky with this report.
Parts of the Deep South are waking up to devastation on their doorstep. A string of large and powerful tornadoes tearing through hundreds of homes, knocking out power for more than 500,000 people. It couldn't happen at a worse time, as most of the country is following shelter-in-place orders to stop the spread of the coronavirus. In Tennessee, high winds toppling trees, trapping hundreds of residents inside their homes.
I could hear the tornado making rumbling noises, so I went in the bathroom and took shelter.
Folks in Monroe, Louisiana, now picking up the pieces.
Oh, have mercy, Jesus.
Stunned residents walking around their leveled neighborhood.
Went to get up and the windows behind us shattered.
Man, no.
Structures now reduced to piles of wood, and small planes just mangled bits of metal.
Got a funnel cloud right here in front of me.
Also overnight, multiple twisters ripping through Mississippi.
Look, you see it?
Heavy wind and rain bringing down trees and power lines. In hard-hit Starkville, families seen trying to practice social distancing inside a crowded tornado shelter. Tornadoes also spotted in Alabama, bringing down massive trees. The state's governor suspending coronavirus stay-at-home orders, writing, Shelters and community safe rooms should remain open and accessible to all individuals seeking refuge, while implementing reasonable practices and procedures to prevent the spread of COVID-19.
And today, Louisiana Governor John Bel Edwards will be leaving New Orleans in the midst of its response to COVID-19 to tour the damage here in Monroe. In the meantime, more than 500,000 people are still without power as a result of these deadly spring storms. Morgan Chesky, NBC News, Monroe, Louisiana.
And right now, we want to get you updated on the very latest involving COVID-19. On the national front, we have just learned the Supreme Court will hold May arguments by teleconference. And then a little bit closer to home, here's a breakdown of our case count. Statewide, the number of confirmed cases of coronavirus here in Michigan has risen to 24,638. This is as of late Sunday. And we now have lost more than 1,400 people. In the meantime, the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services says that while a reduced number of cases are being reported, they can't confirm that it represents a true decline in the state's COVID-19 cases and deaths just yet. But let's take a look back to understand the scope of this. Michigan reported its first 2 cases back on March 10th. That was about a month ago. And then 2 weeks later, we had more than 1,700 cases. And as of Sunday afternoon, there were more than 24,000 cases across the state. New updates have been coming mid-afternoon. We're going to bring you the update at the moment that we get them. Beaumont Health is launching a new study to test for coronavirus antibodies. The initial research will focus on Beaumont inpatients, employees, and affiliates of the health system. Beaumont says that the goal is to identify potential convalescent plasma donors, better understand how the virus is being transmitted, and help determine if antibody testing could be used as part of a return to work plan. Participation is voluntary. Today, more Michigan residents are eligible to file for unemployment, but the problem now is the unemployment website has crashed yet again. In fact, the latest website issues happened just hours before the Unemployment Insurance Agency was scheduled to have a press conference. Our consumer investigator, Hank Winchester, joins us now live this afternoon. And Hank, we both can understand a lot of people are upset.
Evrod, to put it mildly, yes, this is a complete disaster. That's the only way that we can say it. As you mentioned, more Michiganders now eligible to file for unemployment benefits today. That's the good news. That includes those who are self-employed, low-income earners. But the website crashed yet again. Take a look. We shot some videos. We tried to log on. It is impossible. The phone line is continuously busy. A huge issue that was supposed to be addressed today during a press conference. Maybe it's coincidental, but that press conference has now been scrapped and moved to tomorrow. In the meantime, I've been flooded with emails and tweets from people all over the state angry with how the system is not working. I spoke with a woman a short time ago, and here's what she had to say.
The whole thing has been unsettling, I will say. I'm sure not just for me, but for everyone involved. But it gets more and more unsettling as due dates get closer and closer.
It's frustrating for a lot of people. Stephanie's a few steps ahead of many Michiganders, though, because she has been able to at least get onto the system, get the first few steps done, but she hasn't received a check yet. So she keeps hopping online, trying to call the phone line this morning, like thousands of you, and is unable to get in through the website or into the phone system. We're expecting more information today to be revealed when the governor updates the media at 3 o'clock, and we'll continue to follow this throughout the day, Evrod. For now, we're live here in Royal Oak. Back to you.
Hank, thank you. Of course, we can understand why so many people are upset. They're affected by this. Also making headlines this afternoon, people are starting to receive cash payments from the government. This is all part of the $2 trillion bill that was passed by Congress aimed at stimulating the economy. The IRS used direct deposit to pass out that first wave of the stimulus checks. The agency is starting with people who have provided their banking information when they filed their taxes. Now, people who haven't used direct deposit will get their checks by mail, but unfortunately that could take weeks or, dare we even say, months. The IRS says that direct deposits will continue. Meanwhile, the stock market is starting the week on a down note, with averages posting substantial losses in today's trading. Let's give you a live look here at the Dow Jones Industrials average at the minute. The Dow started the day with modest losses, but that downward trend has picked up steam in the last couple of hours, as you can see here on your screen. After a week of strong gains, though, analysts say investors are showing an uncertainty about when the coronavirus pandemic will ease to the point of having the economy reopen. Oil prices are rising again after a weekend deal by oil producers to reduce output. Oil had dropped more than 40% in price since early March. And Detroit's automakers also seeing their stocks decline, with both General Motors and Ford stock prices dropping by more than 5% so far today. And as always, clickondetroit.com, packed full of useful information to help you get through this crisis. It's all there for you on clickondetroit.com/coronavirus. Also making headlines this afternoon, one man is now dead after an early morning fire. This happened on Tarnow Street in southwest Detroit. We're told the victim is a 71-year-old man. Neighbors were able to get 3 other people, including a child, out of that home. The cause of that fire has not been determined. All right, still to come here on Local 4 News at noon. State leaders continue asking the public to stay at home to stay safe as the coronavirus continues its grip on the U.S. After the break, we've got a closer look at the national impact of this troubling pandemic.